North Alabama's most accurate weather team. Now, your First Alert weather with meteorologist Abigail Degler.
And if you're just joining us this morning, this is a First Alert weather day, basically for the potential of severe weather in our area.
Yeah, meteorologist Abigail Degler has been warning us about this threat all week, and she joins us now with the very latest timeline on this that could happen in the next few minutes or hours. Give us up to speed on this.
Oh yeah, that timeline starts really now. We're tracking some thunderstorms moving throughout the western portion of the valley, really off to the west of 65 at this point. Crossing over that state line, Mississippi is under a tornado watch at this point, northern Mississippi. It has not crossed that state line yet. We are not there just yet, but we definitely have that potential to get there here in the next few minutes to the next hour as we are tracking these storms. We're keeping a close eye off towards really Marion to Franklin to Colbert to Lauderdale County, because that's where we're seeing most of this activity, but it stretches all the way over to Winston. So Double Springs, you're seeing a little bit of this activity too. And with this little fuchsia color that is popping up here, that is the potential for some hail as well. Right now it's looking small and about pea size. We haven't hit that criteria for a severe thunderstorm warning, but these are looking like they could get there in the next few minutes. So we want to give you a timeline of kind of a track of these. It's moving fairly quickly between 60, 65 to 68 miles per hour. So that is good. It's a quick moving system. It's getting out of here, but we're not going to be out of the woods for a little while. This is kind of the first wave of maybe 3, maybe even 4. So if you're off to the west of 65, kind of in between the state line and 65, you're going to get some action early this morning in the form of a light show, frequent lightning, maybe some pea-sized hail, definitely some gusty winds, and this is heading towards Eastport as we go really on that state line, passing over from Mississippi. And then once again, we're looking at Winston County as well, off down there. So we're seeing that potential across Haleyville, Hackleburg, heading towards Phil Campbell at this point. So we're keeping a close eye on this system, and more is on the way as we look to our neighbor Mississippi, and it is going to continue as we go throughout the next few minutes to the next hour. And one of the contributors is we're tracking a warm front, and that's going to add fuel to this already active system here, but that gives us more of a potential for some tornadic activity, especially if we start to see some thunderstorms along that line. These are kind of in front of it or ahead of it, if you will. That's why they're not meeting that criteria just yet. That's why we are not under a tornado watch just yet. But once that warm front gets here, it's going to kind of stall out a little bit, and it's going to be stuck in between that state line and that I-65 corridor. So for the first wave, we're looking at the west of 65. As we break down your hour by hour just a little bit further, we're noticing this activity stretching and elongating just a little bit more as we go into your 7 o'clock hour, but it's building, and we're keeping an eye on the west. That is our focus for right now, and we're going to see this move towards Haleyville, Russellville, and Moulton eventually. But early in the morning, really from now until 8 or 9 o'clock, we're planning for these thunderstorms to move through. This is 9 o'clock, moving up towards the shoals, and we're seeing this fuchsia, which means some stronger storms are on the way. So we're going to keep you up to date with this. Here is that tornado watch effective until 1 p.m. in Mississippi, not in the Tennessee Valley just yet, but it's knocking on our door. So we do need to be prepared if this does get issued. And with a tornado watch, it means the conditions are right. It is favorable. It does not mean a tornado is here just yet, but we have all the ingredients. We just got to see if it's going to all come together. And here's what we're keeping an eye on. We've been talking about this all morning, and it looks to continue as we go throughout your morning into your late morning and afternoon. So off to our south and our west, that is the first wave. We'll start to see the second and third wave as we go later on, but as we go into these timelines, it is handy to know where you are and to have that safety plan ready to go. Know where that safe spot is in your home. Know where your basement is. Have a helmet, have a flashlight, have non-perishable items. I'm not trying to scare you. I am trying to prepare you as we go throughout your morning, because this could start to ramp up once we see that warm front move through. We can take a breath as we go throughout Thursday, but still keep an eye on today. Stay up to date, moving past that spring on Saturday, and then finally some sunshine.
Abigail, thank you so much. And now moving to